What's going on, everybody? Tonight was the January 25th edition of AEW Dynamite. So, very emotional Dynamite considering what was the main event. But we're not going to waste any time. We're going to get things started. We actually kicked the show off with a tag team match player. This was the group of the Sex Gods, Jericho and Sammy, taking on Action Andretti and Ricky Starks. And I thought this was a solid tag team match to kick off the show. Obviously Sammy and Jericho did get the win, but they didn't win clean. The only reason why they even got the win in the first place was because Garcia hit Andretti with the bat, and that was able to let Sammy take advantage, hit him with the GTH, and again, the Sex Gods got the win. After that, like I said, the main event tonight, we had a strong, emotional little video package showing the legacy, the career of Jay Briscoe. Once again, RP to the man. Very emotional package. But we move on with our TNT title match. First time ever, I think this is the first time these guys have fought. Darby Allin and Buddy Matthews. And honestly, the match was pretty good for the most part. Would have been cool to see him get a little bit more time, but that's a little small nitpick for me. You had freaking Malachi Black and the rest of the House of Black trying to interfere in the match, but then Sting obviously doing his little stick. And yeah, but in the end, Darby Allin retained his championship. But as we saw, while Darby is, recovering all that, we hear Samoa Joe talking, and Joe's like, "This is my kingdom." He wants his rematch. And they announced it later on in the show that Joe will take on Darby next week in a no holds barred rematch for the TNT Championship. So that should be really good there. Next, we got another tag team match. This was Matt Hardy and Ethan Page versus Jungle Boy and Hook, or Jungle Hook. I think that's how you pronounce the team. But Jungle Boy and Hook get the win. I thought the tag team match was all right. There's really nothing more I can really say about it. Match has kind of been in the best right now. I'm not gonna lie to you. For a while now, you know, Jeff Hardy's obviously not there, and we don't really know when he's coming back. So Match has been sitting in limbo. But then again, Matt Hardy's been. I feel like Matt's been sitting in limbo pretty much since he came to AEW. Like, he was just teasing his broken Matt Hardy gimmick, so he might bring that back. But yeah, he's just kind of stuck in limbo right now. Now Bryan Danielson versus Brian Cage happened. There's another first time matchup too, and it was okay. I thought it was all right. Brian Cage, he tried, but he wasn't gonna beat Danielson. Danielson beat him, and then we had we had MJF come out there, attacking him, injuring his arm. Then KT came out, Konechka, attacking Brian Cage, and MJF actually cut a little promo on Konechka, but he also, in his little promo, mentioned the next and I believe the final opponent for Mr. Bryan Danielson, and that man being from currently Pro Wrestling Noah right now, but I think you probably know him from NXT, especially wrestling the Fight Pit. Timothy Thatcher, so he's going to be facing Bryan Danielson next week, and I believe that's another first time matchup. A lot of first time matchups recently. And they also announced Moxley and Hangman 3 next week, so that should be really good as well. Now, we got Tony Storm and Ruby Soho. It was supposed to be involving Britt, so it was supposed to be a triple threat match, but Britt got injured. Like, I think she had a match on Dark Elevation or something. I don't know, but she got injured, so she couldn't wrestle. Not medically cleared. But, Tony Storm, I don't know how I feel about her as a heel. I remember when she was a heel in NXT, I was like, I can't really buy into her as a heel. I feel like Tony Storm just feels more, and she has that look too as a babyface. Like, when she talks as a heel, it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can't really buy into her as a heel. But it just started, so we'll see what happens. But she was coming out with a whole new look, a whole new attitude, but it wasn't enough because, and it looks like freaking Britt Baker now is a babyface because the way she came out, distracting Tony Storm, allowing Ruby Soho to get the win. And the match was meh from a match standpoint, but seeing that brought me like, well, maybe they might be having Britt and Jamie be baby faces now. And man, a very emotional main event. Mark Briscoe taking on Jay Lethal, man. Jay Lethal, poor guy. And what I love about this match is, Jay Lethal, usually a heel. He wasn't in his typical heel stick tonight. Like he knew what was at stake tonight. So I like that they didn't have him go out there being a heel. And poor guy, like, he was about to cry out there. Like, you could tell, like right before the match started, making his entrance, dude was just, man, a very emotional matchup. And Mark Briscoe, it sucks that, you know, it's now finally now the network decided, oh, the Briscoes could be on TV now. Like, the Briscoes could have been on TV. They should have been on TV. You know what I'm saying? And shout out to Tony Khan, because he said that he was fighting really hard to get Mark Briscoe on the show. So shout out to Tony Khan. He didn't have to do that, but for him to do that is great. We could definitely be seeing Mark Briscoe be invited more for AEW more often. I don't think this is the last time we're going to see him on the show. But just a very emotional main event, and again, rest in peace, Jay Briscoe. Briscoe brothers, definitely legends for sure, especially for Ring of Honor. I hope you all enjoyed my review for the January 25th edition of AEW Dynamite. Remember to continue to like, comment, and subscribe. Also, check out my Royal Rumble predictions that I uploaded this past Saturday, as we're getting closer to that show. This has been the Kid DC Wrestling, and so, yeah.